Hey everybody, here for Black Ink Crew, Season 4, Episode 4. Let's get into the episode. So it continues from the wild night in Miami with Dutchess and Donna. And, it's the day of Scott's surgery. She's so excited. She made a song about her ass. And I love Scott. Scott is so hilarious. Scott, if you're watching this, I doubt that you are. But if you're watching this, I love you, man. And if nobody's told you that, I do. I love you. Just stay the same, please, because I love you the way you are. But she's excited, and her mom is leading her in a prayer, and the whole time all of this is going on, Scott notices that there's sexual tension between Donna and Dutchess and whatnot. So she's like, listen, I ain't got no time to pay attention to that. I'm getting my surgery today. I'm hyped. Let's do it. So now we get back to Black Ink, and Osh finds out about Puma's shop, and Caesar feels like a little bit threatened, and he feels like Puma is using his shop, like his tattoo shop, to get back at him. He's like, if Puma opened up Ink 124 and it failed, he gonna keep opening up tattoo studios all over Harlem, and they're gonna keep failing. Like, Harlem does not want you. And I'm like, Caesar, stop being a hater. Harlem is big enough to where there can be more than one black-owned tattoo studio. Like, come on, just stop. Instead of y'all, and see, that's where that crabs in the barrel mentality coming. Because I don't feel like Puma's opening up a tattoo studio. But first of all, Puma ain't even opening up the tattoo shop with you in mind. He's opening it up so he can provide for his family, because he wants to keep his wife happy and his child happy and keep them in New York, as opposed to going back to Atlanta. So he's not even thinking about competing with you. So, of course, Caesar gonna make it about him, like, every time he's not even a tattoo artist, so how is he gonna open up a shop? Every chance he get, he stab me in the back and did it. So then he's sitting there like, I was like, Caesar look just like my son. And I said this on Twitter. He looks like how my son look when I pop him and I tell him, you better not cry, and he trying to hold back the tears. Like, how kids look when you pop them, when you discipline them, and you tell them, you better not cry, I better not see a tear, and they like, that's how Caesar looked. He looked like a little boy. So we go back to Miami. Sky's excited for her surgery, and she reveals yet again that she had babies at 14 and it altered her body. So, at 17, 18 years old, she didn't feel pretty. Guys would come and talk to her and tell her how beautiful she is, and they would question her, and she didn't have the heart to admit to them, yeah, I had kids at a young age. Like, it's hard to explain. So she's like, getting this surgery will boost up her confidence and her self-esteem, and that's why she's doing it. That's why she's so excited about it. And I'm like, you know what? Every woman should feel like that. And that's where people need to stop, saying stuff about people who wear makeup or who wear weaves. When people wear makeup or weaves, it's to enhance their beauty and to feel good about themselves. Not to look like clowns or however you think they'll look. It's to enhance your beauty and to make you feel better about yourself. Nothing wrong with that. So, like me, I'm not big on surgery. I would much rather do the work, as, I am a bit lazy when it comes to the whole exercising and whatnot, because I don't like exercising. For me to lose weight, I like for it to be fun. So I would join a dance class or something like that, but that's just me. Other people like going to the gym. They like changing, having better eating habits and changing their lifestyle, which I'm all for. I'm trying to get zen, and I'm trying to find a dance class, because who body I want? Serena Williams. Oh my God, I want her body. But anyway, yeah, Serena Williams' body goals. And I'm gonna say that in the Lemonade video review, rather. But anyway, back to Black Ink. So yeah, so Sky, she's so excited about the surgery. She's leaving it all in Dr. Miami's hands, and she can't wait. So she goes, they put her under, and they begin surgery. So now we get to Kwani and Puma, and Kwani is very happy at the man that Puma has become. And I am too, because last season Puma was stressed and depressed with the whole Ink 124 situation. But he did what he had to do to get his family back in New York and to pick up the pieces and move on. And like I said before, I feel like Arta Inc. is a better fit for him. So Kwani is very happy that Puma has grown up and and is working hard to keep her there and keep her happy. And she's like, I'm happy. So while they're in the park Tamia is playing, and they're sitting there discussing Miss Denise coming by and taking over. And Kwani is like, listen, I'm tired of being in the middle of you two. You know, you need to man up and she needs to back off. And she's like, I'm not going to keep being a go-between. And I'm like, ooh, Puma, I feel your pain, because I'm in the same situation myself. But it's like my situation is a little bit different, but it's a lot of similarities. And I was just like, ooh, Puma, me and you, for the first time on this show, we here. So we get back to Black Ink, and you know, they're having pillow talk naturally, and Melody is like, God, I wish I was in Miami with these bitches. And you know, they're like, oh, so you don't want to, you don't like our company? She's like, no, I just feel like all of us should be in Miami. So she's like, anyway, I have a client coming in and he wants a tat. So the client comes in and she's like, he wants a 7-year sober tattoo. And Caesar asked him, hey, what rehab did you go to? And he's like, I didn't go to rehab. He was like, oh, so you just quit cold turkey? He's like, yep, just quit cold turkey. And I was like, see, I mean, rehab is good too. That's for people who know, like, they know, like, they're, how far, like, how, what is it? They know, Jesus Christ, I can't think of how to say it. I don't want to word it wrong. But they know they will need the help more. So those who go to rehab to get the help. But those who could quit cold turkey, I applaud them, because that's hard to do. That's very hard to do, to just up and quit. Very hard to do. So while she's doing his tattoo, she starts talking about her backstory and how her parents were heavily into alcohol and drugs, and how she got into alcohol and drugs. And she said she would wake up every day happy to get high. And, you know, and instead of alcoholism and drugs being her addiction, tattooing became her addiction, because it became like a natural healer, and it's about people who want art on their bodies, and it's meaningful. So that's what made her fall in love with tattooing. And I'm like, you know what, Melody, this really makes me respect you even more, because a lot of people don't like to admit that they have these types of problems. And you don't have a problem saying, you know, this is what happened to me. I rose from the ashes like a phoenix. And shout out to my boy Phoenix. And, you know, I found a whole new addiction, and it's positive. And I live for stories like that. So I applaud Melody. And then again, I already knew she was going to slay this tattoo, and she did. The tattoo looked exactly how it looked on the computer. I'm like, yo, Melody is going to bring Black Ink a whole lot of money. She is so good. So now we get back to Sky. Her surgery is over. She tell Dr. Miami she ready to twerk. So when the girls come in, she's like, yeah, they won't even be ready for the surprise I have for them. So she's like, I want y'all to close your eyes. When they came in, she's like, I want y'all to close your eyes. So they closed their eyes, and she moved the covers. This chick done got implants too. I'm like, go Sky. Go Sky. Go Sky. Get your, who can she get? Get your High Montague on, or your Courtney starting. You know, get your girl. Do what makes you happy. So now she's, you know, in the process of where she has to get wrapped up and whatnot, and she's feeling pain. So, you know, Sky's in a lot of pain. She feels like crap, but you know, pain is beauty. Beauty is pain. So she got the bandages and everything taken off the day after, just so she could see how everything came about. And she got the bandages taken off completely, off her boobs and off her butt. And she was in love with what she saw, and she was very, very happy. And she's like, Dr. Miami is the truth. And I know just from watching this show, Dr. Miami is going to have a slew of, you know, clients coming to him to get surgery. So now we get back to Caesar. And with the whole talk of Puma opening up Art to Ink, Caesar feels like, I want to do more for Black Ink. You know, I'm thinking about moving the shop. So Walt was like, listen, if you're thinking about moving this shop down south, you can leave me out of that. I ain't going down south. So all of them are worried, and Caesar is like, listen, I think I want to move the shop to 125th. And Caesar is like, I want to move it to 125th because 125th is where all the black excellence is. You got Malcolm X, you got Harlem Renaissance, you got all of this stuff that happened on 125th, not to mention Apollo and all of that. Well, is Apollo on 125th or is it? I think it is on 125th. I think so, or somewhere in that area. But I know 125th is very popular. I've been over there before, so it's very popular. So he wants to move. He said that where he's at now, it's only 900 square feet. He wants to move somewhere in the 2,000, like 2,000 square feet, 2,500 square feet. He just wants something bigger to expand, hire more artists, and have more community-based, like, you know, events. And I'm like, that's a good idea. That's a good boss move, but don't do it. Yes. Yeah, whatever you said. So I'm like, that's a good boss move, but don't do it off of the strength of because Puma has his own tattoo shop. Don't do it to be spiteful. Do it because that's something you really want to do as a boss. So now we get to Kwani and Denise, and they're discussing Art to Ink, and she's like, yeah, I like it. You know, the shop is nice, but I don't feel like Tamia should be there. And Kwani is like, well, she has eyes on her every time she's there, so it's not a problem. She's like, yeah, but, you know, there's a lot of funny characters. There's needles. There's all kinds of things, you know. And if something happens to her, I'm coming for you and I'm coming for Puma. And Kwani is like, listen, you have to back off a little bit and let us be a parent. And you have to respect, you know, Puma as a parent. He's doing his job. He's being a dad. So you just need to leave him alone and let him be him. So Denise is like, all right, I'll back off. But if something happens to her, I'm coming for you and I'm coming for Puma. And I'm like, Denise, first of all, that's Tamia is their child. She's not your child. Yes, you're the grandparent, but that's all you are, the grandparent. You are, what, the third in command, if that? Relax. That's their child. You know, that's their child. Let them take care of their child. And you go chill. Go on a vacation. Go do something grandma-ish. And mind your business. Like, that's how I feel. I don't like overbearing parents like that. And like I said, I can definitely relate to Puma. So now we get to the last part of the show. And they were asking Donna about Sky because all the girls came back from Miami. Sky stayed behind to continue recovering. So, sorry, I'm a little stuffy. So, they were asking Donna about Sky, and Donna is like, yeah, she looks nice, titties sitting nice, ass sitting nice, blah, blah, blah. So, Donna wants so badly to tell him what happened with Dutchess, but she's like, nah, I'm going to just keep it between us because it's going to become messy. So Melody comes in and she offers some comic relief. Old girl got a black eye from being freaky with her boyfriend. She said something about how her and her boyfriend was doing it, and she went to go do something, and she hit her eye on the ladder. All right here was black. I'm like, dang, girl. Sex damn near sent you to the ER. So Caesar is like, well, according to Dutchess, Donna is a tongue rapist. So Donna is like, really? You told Caesar I tongue raped you? So Donna asked Caesar what Dutchess told him. And he's like, Dutchess basically said that you took advantage of her while she was drunk. Like you went and you went down on her and while she was drunk, and she tried to fight you off, and something like she tried to kick you off or something like that. So Donna is like, really? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what really happened. She's like, Sky was here, this person was here, Dutchess was here, I was here. And Dutchess was laying on the bed, and when I went to go do something, Dutchess, she said Dutchess did something. Basically, she just went off and was spilling all kinds of tea. And that wasn't the only thing. Donna told Caesar how Dutchess didn't have her ring on, which we already knew, but she also told Caesar how Dutchess was on the phone with some next person for 3 hours. And Caesar was like, I didn't know she had another phone. Her main phone was broke. She was like, right, she has another phone, and she was off to herself texting this person, talking to this person for like 3 hours straight. So Caesar is like, why is Donna's story different from what Dutchess told me? And I'm like, because Dutchess is always the victim. Dutchess always wants to sit up here and claim that somebody did something to her, when that's not the case at all. Dutchess, you willingly, as drunk as you may say you were, you was down for whatever Donna was throwing at you that night, and you really need to stop. So Dutchess came in at the perfect time after Donna done spilled all her tea and was like, what was out of topic of discussion with this conversation? And Caesar was like, well, Donna is saying that you willingly let her go down on you. And Dutchess is like, no, I was drunk. Have y'all ever seen me do anything with Donna? And I don't let her touch me. And Donna's like, you always touch me. And Donna was like, every time I see Dutchess, I let her sit on my lap. I touch her boob. I touch her butt. She doesn't do anything. I always touch her. And I'm like, Dutchess, just stop fronting. Like, you really want to sit up here and put on a facade in front of all these people like you hate Donna, when we all know you low-key like Donna. You low-key, Dutchess just always wants to put on this front like, I am woman. I am above everybody in this shop. And you need to stop. So Dutchess is going to talk about, I was taken advantage of by a thought, and when I rejected her, now it's a problem. Now she wants to say that I let her touch me and all. And I'm like, Dutchess, first of all, we already know that you and Donna messed around. We already know that. So you just need to stop lying. It's on TV, and now she trying to say that she was saying that the moans that we heard in like the commercial, what, Nyla? What? Give me. Now she's trying to say that the moans that we heard wasn't a moan, that was her throwing up. But as I remember when she threw up, when she had the pregnancy scare, I did remember hearing that soundbite. So you know how VH1 get. They could get messy and take a soundbite from an episode and put it in something else and make it sound like something else. Like, just like when they took that soundbite from the Braxton Family Values and put it in Tony Braxton's movie when Tamar was like, this is an old, TV stations have a habit of doing that. So I could believe that. But for you to try and make it seem like, oh, Donna took advantage of me. No, you was all over Donna that night too. So stop playing. And then you was sitting up here pretending like you lost your ring and all this other stuff because you was mad at Caesar. Just be a woman and admit your stuff. Dutchess is always lying. Dutchess is always playing the victim, and it is so annoying. But anyway, that was the episode. Let me know how y'all felt about it. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, and I'll see you next video. Thank you for watching. Later.